glory to. So like it. Before I get started, I'm gonna give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Kakadash, the honor to the positive others, the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that preaches truth sincerely according to the earth. It's a quick little lesson, some back to the basics. Something pretty simple, straight to the point. Something that we should all know that's been in this truth for a while. You definitely should know this topic. This is like one of the first video, like I said, it's back to the basics. You always want to go back to the basics to refresh your mind. So like your video might be bluffering a little bit. Um, it must be this area or something, but also too, it's always new people watching, man. People from all over the world in these lessons, man. Cause this is the unicorn. This is that tabernacle um that the Lord set up. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. What's that? I think that's Psalms. Hold on, let me try this. Try it this way. Bear with me. There we go. Psalms 19 and 4 say their line is going out through their line is going through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. And them have he set a tabernacle for the sun. Right, a tabernacle for the sun. It's about the internet, man. You know, the Lord used the internet by the way of YouTube for this word to go out throughout all the earth, man. So we don't need to travel to Africa or South America and all these different places to teach the you literally stay where you at in your city and turn on the camera and upload a video on YouTube or go live, man. And when you go live, actually that bring more people to your channel, and it's new people coming off this every day. So it's important for us to touch on these basic topics, you know, that we once learned years ago. It's important to keep going over it again for yourself to refine your own craft, but also to inform new people of what's going on, or of the breakdown that's given by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But I'm gonna go to Genesis 25 because that's where the account is at. That's where we're at. Genesis 25. I'm gonna read verse 21. It say, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to acquire the Lord, right? Because they was fighting in the womb. That's what I mean by the children to struggle with the children struggle together. That's what that's going into. They were fighting inside the womb because the two children were arch enemies. You know, they were against each other. They wasn't friends. You know what I'm saying? It say to her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separate from thy bowels. So it says two different type of nations inside your womb, and they're both completely different. And when you look at Esau, Jake, so-called Negros, Latinos, Native Indian descent, they're completely different from the so-called white people. You know, think, act, do everything completely different, man. You know, because that's how the Lord created them to be. He created them to be separate, man. You know, because hey, the reason why, because Jacob is the light and Esau is the dark. Jacob is the right hand, Esau is the left hand, which is two separate entities, man. You know, it say, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So it's that one's gonna be stronger, and then the elder's gonna serve the younger, man. You know, and we're naturally stronger than these devils is weak, you know. But and it said the elder shall serve the younger. That's that Romans 9 and 12. You know, because Esau Edom, like it's gonna say he came out first. And this prophecy came to pass already, but it's come to pass again, you know, because Jacob ended up getting a blessing. I'm gonna keep reading. It say, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Right? He was a red. He's the red man. He's not the white man. He's the red man. You know, his blood show forth through his skin because he has no pigmentation. You know, so it said, this is the description of what the majority of the Edomites look like. This is their forefather, Esau Edom. This who nutsack they come out of, man. You know? But it say, and after came his brother, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And it didn't explain what Jacob looked like because everybody on the earth had pigmentation. The one who didn't have pigmentation, you know, or the one who was born without pigmentation, for better wording, was Esau Edom. You know, he's born with leprosy, but he's born with clean leprosy. You know, not unclean leprosy. He's born with clean leprosy. When you go into the book of law, goes into that. It's a difference between clean leprosy and unclean leprosy. Like Michael Jackson, for example, he had unclean leprosy. Esau Edom is clean leprosy, man. You know? So did this give you a description of what the nation of Edom looks like, man? And a description of what the sons of Jacob looks like, you know, even though color amongst all nations, but it's mingled amongst all nations too. Because it's all about the seed of the bloodline, of the father's bloodline, you know? So what you are what your father is. You know, if your father was an Israelite, you was an Israelite. If your father's an Edomite, then you are an Edomite. You know, and these Edomites they came out of us. They came from Isaac. You know, we created these Edomites, man. You know, well, Yahweh Shem Shah first and foremost, he created Esau Edom, the serpent, which is a whole nother topic. But um, these Edomites came out of us, man. We created them biologically, man. You know, it say his brother out and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob, right? Because they was fighting in the womb, right? But his name was called Jacob because Salakia. No. His hand took hold on Esau's heel because even though Esau came out first, you know, even though Esau came out first, man, guess what? Like I said, the elder shall serve the younger. So it was ordained right there. Whoever come out first, he's going to serve the younger brother. Because it's constant battle with Esau and Jacob all the way to today. The womb is symbolic of America. It's the womb all over again. It's a constant battle between the sons of Jacob and the sons of Esau, man. You know, and um 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 what I was saying. Oh yeah. And it said his hand took hold on Esau's heel. So even though it looked like he won, he came out first. Guess what? His ass got pulled right back down, man. The fight wasn't over with yet. You know what I'm saying? The fight with Esau and Jacob is not over yet till Jacob pull Esau down, man. And that's gonna be Yahweh Shah when he makes his second return. You know? So the whole thing is symbolic for the foreshadow of things to come. This prophecy still ain't come to pass yet. All the way back in Genesis 25, But we're in the time where this is about to happen, man. 'Cause that's the time we're in. We're in the time of the downfall of Esau and the upbringing of Jacob. I'm gonna grab this real quick. This is Sirach chapter 25, verse 7. It say, "And there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and attempt I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy." And that's the time we in right now. We're living in the time of the downfall of our enemies, man. You know, and our main ultimate number one enemy, Esau, been our enemy since the beginning of time, man. You know, and we about to catch this last fade, and Jacob is going in. You know, so this is a beautiful time we're living in. If you're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native, and Indian descent, if you're an Israelite, this is a beautiful time to live in. And ultimately, if you're part of the elect of the nation of Israel, because that's who's going to be delivered from the destruction anyway. You know, um, it was another one. Oh yeah. I'm gonna grab this. This is Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. It say, "Then answer I and said, what shall be the pardon asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when first the hill of Esau." So there it go. It said Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau. He pulled his ass back down, man. Took his ass out of power. You know? And scripture say what? He that is first shall be last, and he that is last shall be first. You know? It say, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right. Esau, Edom is the end of the world. The eon. It's in the eon sense, the Greek word eon, meaning the time period, man. Esau, Edom is the end of this time period of the nation's ruling Esau, Edom was going to be the end of that time period. He was going to rule at the end of that. So this is how you know we're at the end, because he's in power now. We already know what the Edomites look like, a majority of them. So guess what? This is the time that this is the time where this is the ending. And it said Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, because Jacob is going to pull this devil out of power by the way of Yahweh Shah. Because he's an Israelite too. So by the way of Yahweh Shah, coming back, making his second comment with the chariots, with the missiles, with the angels. That's how this devil's going to be pulled out of power, man. You know, then it's on after that. So Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, I'm gonna close out, giving all praise and the glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, the honor to the positive elders, great millstone, root well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom and Kwam Yasharala.